So I was on Pottery Barn's website looking for a little bit of inspiration, and I saw this set of marble like soap containers, toothbrush holders, and I thought we could recreate this from Dollar Tree. So I picked up a tray, soap dish, soap container, and toothbrush holder. And some of them were already white, but I wanted them to all be the same colors. So I just started by spraying those with 2 coats of white spray paint. Next, I wanted to give them a marble appearance. So what I did was I grabbed a tub of water. Now you guys have seen me do this on my channel before, and I wanted them to be like a gray color. So I had this spray paint that was kind of like a translucent that I decided to use for this project. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna spray your spray paint on the top of the water. What that's gonna do is it's gonna create fun little patterns. Then you can take your items and dip them into the water. Once you pull your item up, you're going to see whatever design you put in the water on your container. So I repeated this with all of my items to give them a marbled finish. I did have a little bit of trouble with the tray. I kind of had to move it around to get it in the water where I wanted it to. And the thing is if you don't feel like they have enough paint on them, just add more paint to your water and put your items back in until you get that desired look. Now, another thing I do when I pull the items out, I'll take a paper towel and kind of wipe off any excess that I don't like the look of, and that just kind of helps as you're going through the process. Here's how my Dollar Tree marble containers look styled on my vanity. I think it's important in these bathroom DIY videos to give you guys great options for organizing items that you may keep in your bathroom. So this next item is going to be to hold your earrings. So what you're gonna need is a frame from Dollar Tree. You're also going to need the burlap that they sell at Dollar Tree. Now, if you can't find it there, you can usually find it at most craft stores. So remove all the contents from your frame. You're also going to use wire cutters to pull out the backing pieces on the back of the frame. Then the burlap, you may want to press or iron it just to get it as straight as possible. Now, this is such a simple DIY. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start on one edge and you're gonna put hot glue on the back and you're gonna place the burlap over top until it's dry. Cut off any excess. Then you're gonna pull your burlap as tight as possible and wrap it around the other side. Hot glue, hold that in place, cut off the excess. With your 2 sides, what you want to do is move the fabric in a little bit, pull it up, and hot glue it in place. Again, cut off the excess and repeat that on the other side. Now I'm gonna add this frame to a Dollar Tree easel that I actually DIY'd in a previous video. All I did was add some wood beads to the bottom of the easel, and then I spray painted it with this pretty gold color. So with my burlap frame, I'm gonna put it on top, and then you can add any of your earrings, and I think this display is absolutely gorgeous. The next time you're at Dollar Tree, be on the lookout for this rectangular frame. It's new this year. I was so excited to find this. I feel like it's a great dupe for Anthropologie. So I bought 2 of these frames. I also bought some of their 8x10 frames. I'm gonna remove the backing from all of my frames. And I did want them to fit in with my color scheme, so I'm gonna be using those 2 Rub and Buff colors that I was using earlier, and with my foam brush, I'm just going to wipe those onto my frames. I'll let those dry completely. Next, I wanted to add in some prints that I had picked up off of Amazon. I will link them for you down below if you'd like to use them in your house as well. I'll add in the Amazon prints, then I'll put the original backings back onto my pictures. And you could see how I displayed them in my bathroom on my shelf. One of my favorite projects that I've done in the past is get a really pretty jar, a mason jar typically, from Dollar Tree and turn it into a soap container. I did it in the fall with a pumpkin jar, and I recently found these gorgeous jars at Dollar Tree and thought they would be perfect for it. So you want to pick up any jar. You also want to pick up a container of soap from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to remove the lid from the jar, and I'm going to start using my wire cutters. I'm going to poke a hole in the middle of my lid. Then I'm going to go on the inside of the lid and use those wire cutters to pull back the metal. Now you want to do this very slowly. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the lid out of your soap container, remove the inside tube portion, and then you're going to place the top of the soap container onto your jar. The key is you want to pull the metal back until this top of your soap container will fit onto the lid, but you don't want to go far enough that you see the openings. I kind of just pull the metal a little bit and try to put it on there and just adjust it until it works out great. To attach the top of your soap container to the lid, you're going to use a little bit of E6000. I'll spray paint the lid with a Rust-Oleum hammered finish spray paint. Once that dries, I'm gonna fill up my jar with the rest of the soap from the soap container I had before, or you can use any soap that you have. Now, I think anytime you can put your soap container on top of a tray or elevate it, it just looks so much nicer in your bathroom. So I found this wood piece in the craft section at Dollar Tree. I also picked up some of these little tiny wood cubes, and that's what I'm gonna use for this next project. I'm gonna hot glue the wood cubes to the bottom side where it's smaller on all four corners of my tray. I'm gonna stain the wood with a color called Golden Oak. I use a foam brush and I paint it onto my tray. Then I will take a paper towel and immediately wipe off any excess. Let that dry completely, and I'm gonna show you how I style my tray with my soap on top. I'm also using a candle from Dollar Tree. All right, this next DIY is a way that you can get a spa-like experience at home. What you're going to need is a pack of decking from IKEA. Now you're only gonna need 6 tiles to create this mat, and you wanna pull out 6 tiles. And you're going to start in the top left corner, and then you're gonna attach the one next to it, making sure you have the tiles going the exact same way. They're a click and lock system, so all you have to do is press them together. If they're a little stubborn, you can come in with a hammer and that will help to hold them in place. But I put 3 across the top and then 3 across the bottom. Now you may be wondering, okay, what am I gonna do with that black border on the side? What I did was I took them outside, and with my oscillating saw, I just got the excess off around the edges. It was pretty easy to do, and then you can use this in your bathroom as a nice spa bath mat. So you're going to pick up 2 frames at Dollar Tree. These are 8x10 frames. I also picked up 2 of their black floating shelves. Now I've actually never used these before, so I was excited to try them in this project. So with your frame, you're gonna remove all of the contents, the glass, everything. I'm also going to use my wire cutters to actually pull out the metal backing pieces on the back of the frame. These come out fairly easily. Then take the plastic off of your floating shelves, and then I'm gonna use some E6000 on the edge of my floating shelves, and I'm gonna place them on the front of my frames. Now, I want to do this so that I have a little bit of area at the bottom as well as a larger area at the top. Now with my second frame, I'm going to do the exact same thing, making sure I put my shelf at the same height on both of the frames. And with E6000, you wanna let this dry completely overnight, just so it has a really secure bond. And then you can use command strips to hang these on the wall in your bathroom. You can also put anything you want on top of here. I styled them 2 different ways with 2 different Dollar Tree vases and succulents. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.